Hello and welcome to Spirit Echoes, Laughing Crow's teachings, brought to you by Living 5D in a 3D world. The podcast where we explore life's guiding principles and uncover the spiritual truths that help us live more connected and intentional lives. I'm Laughing Crow, and today I wanted to talk about something that's often misunderstood in our hustle-driven culture, and that's rest. In a world that glorifies the grind, rest can feel like weakness. But I'm here to tell you, not only is rest not weakness, it's vital for a full and meaningful life. Without rest, the very essence of who we are begins to erode. So let's explore why rest is a spiritual act of self-preservation and how it allows us to show up more fully in the world. One evening, as we sat by the fire, Eagle Eye watched the embers flicker and spoke without looking up. The hawk and the eagle both hunt, but only one soars higher. Do you know why, Laughing Crow? He asked. I thought for a moment before answering. Because the eagle is stronger? Eagle Eye shook his head. Because the eagle knows when to rest. He picked up a branch and traced slow circles in the dirt. The hawk flaps its wings constantly, always chasing, always working. It grows tired faster, and its world remains small. But the eagle? It rides the winds, finds the right currents, and it soars. It knows that stillness is not wasted time. It is wisdom in motion. When the time comes to strike, it is swift, precise, and powerful because it has honoured the rhythm of rest and action. He looked at me then, piercing through my stubbornness. If you never stop, you'll forget who you are. If you grind yourself down, you'll have nothing left to give. Rest is not a pause in the journey, it's part of the flight. I exhaled, feeling the truth settle into my bones. So I ask you now, as Eagle Eye once asked me, are you flapping your wings endlessly? Or are you soaring? We've all heard the phrases, hustle harder, no days off, or sleep when I'm dead. This grind culture convinces us that our worth is tied to our productivity. The more we do, the more valuable we think we are. But let me ask you something. What happens when you run a machine 24/7 without pause? It overheats, it breaks down, and it loses efficiency. And yet, so many of us treat ourselves the same way. When you live in a constant state of grind, you're not just wearing down your body, you're wearing down your soul. Spiritually, this kind of living disconnects us from our inner wisdom, from the still, quiet voice that can only be heard when we slow down. Without rest, we lose touch with ourselves and with the divine. And here's the spiritual truth. Rest is not a luxury, it's sacred. It's in the stillness that we reconnect with the essence of who we actually are. Rest allows us to step out of the noise and remember that our value isn't in what we do, but who we are. Think about the cycles of nature. The earth itself has seasons of activity and rest. Trees shed their leaves in the fall and stand bare in the winter, conserving their energy for the spring. Animals hibernate. Even the moon has phases where it dims and rests before becoming full again. Why then do we think we're exempt from this natural rhythm? Rest isn't just a break from life. It's part of life's rhythm, a divine design meant to sustain and renew us. And I'll be honest, there was a time in my life when I thought rest was weakness. I equated being busy with being successful, and slowing down felt like failure. But the more I pushed myself, the more disconnected I became. My body started to give me signs: exhaustion, burnout, even moments of feeling emotionally numb. And spiritually, I felt a void. I wasn't hearing that inner voice anymore. It wasn't until I hit that wall that I realized rest wasn't something to be earned. It was something I desperately needed. And when I began to honor rest as a sacred act, everything changed. My energy returned, my creativity flowed, and my connection to spirit deepened in ways I couldn't have imagined. Rest isn't just about recovery. It's about renewal. It's in the stillness that we recharge our energy, clear our minds, and realign with our purpose. Rest creates a space for inspiration to flow and for the divine to work through us. Spiritually, rest is a form of trust. When we rest, we're saying to the universe, I trust that everything I've done is enough. I trust that life will continue to unfold as it should, even if I step back just for a moment. Rest is an act of surrender, a reminder that we are human beings, not human doings. So, how do we begin to embrace rest in a culture that glorifies the grind? Here are a few steps to help you reclaim rest as a vital part of your life. Schedule rest as non-negotiable. Treat it like any other priority. Put it on your calendar and honour it as sacred time for yourself. Practice active rest. Rest doesn't always mean lying down. It can be a walk in nature, meditation, journaling, or any activity that renews your energy and spirit. Listen to your body and soul. Pay attention to the signs of exhaustion, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. When you notice those signs, give yourself permission to pause. And finally, let go of guilt. Rest is not laziness, and taking time for yourself doesn't make you less worthy or productive. In fact, it makes you more capable of showing up fully in your life. And remember, rest isn't just about doing less. It's about being more present, more aligned, and more connected to yourself and the world around you. Now, I'd like to leave you with an intention to guide you in embracing rest. I honour rest as a sacred act. I release the need to prove my worth through constant action. I trust that rest renews my body, mind, and spirit, allowing me to show up fully in my life. Repeat this whenever you feel the pull to overwork or grind yourself into exhaustion. Let it remind you that rest is not only okay, it's essential. I want to thank you for joining me today on Spirit Echoes. If this episode spoke to your heart, please share it with someone who might need a reminder to slow down and recharge. I also want to remind you, if you're resonating with these insights, make sure to subscribe to the podcast Spirit Echoes Laughing Crow's Teachings, now available on YouTube and Spotify. That way, you never miss an episode filled with wisdom, stories, and practical guidance for walking the sacred path. And if you're ready to go even deeper, check out my books on Amazon or on our website, living5d3d.com. The books are Laughing Crow's Teachings, Walking the Sacred Path with Spirit. That's a guide to integrating shamanic wisdom into your everyday life. And the other is Awakening the Light Body, the shamanic art of alignment and freedom. It's a powerful journey into energetic alignment, self-discovery, and spiritual liberation. Both books are available now, so if you're looking for deeper insights and practical ways to shift your life, please go grab your copy today. But until next time, Remember, you're not meant to grind yourself into the ground. Rest is not weakness, it's a powerful act of self love and renewal, and it's sacred. You are worthy of rest just as you are.